How you guys doing? It's me, G-Man. Welcome to the first episode of the official podcast of my official pod. Well, what makes it official? It's just a pod. Guys, it's Gamer Talk Raw with G-Man. So here we're going to go through extensive talks on the channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. I'm going to leave the first 5 minutes on my channel right now, and then there'll be a link in the description that will lead you to the channel and the full episode. So if you guys are into it, man, drop a like, and let's get straight into these topics. Now, I did a community post and asking what you guys wanted me to touch on during the first episode. So we got a bunch of stuff. Guys, check my community posts. I do a lot of posts, and then I have some stuff that we're just gonna cover. But one thing I want to start with, I want to talk about Bannerlord, the nerf that's coming out in 7.1. So Bannerlord's coming out 7.1. He will be slightly weakened. Now, Bannerlord, he has an Aurora protection against critical attacks. Now, this Aurora will reduce critical damage by 70% instead of 100. How much will this do? How effective will this be, guys? Is this the end of Bannerlord as we know it? And the devs continue to say, as a result, such units as Blade Dancer and Boris will gain an advantage and improve their position relative to the Inquisitor. As you already know, if the devs don't do something like this, Bannerlord. No, what am I saying? If the devs don't do something like this, Inquisitor will be the only damage dealer that people play. Now, think about it. You have Engineer, you have Thunderer, you have Boris, you have Blade Dancer, you have the worst piece of crap ever, Cultist. There's so much cards in the game that are supposed to be damage dealers that aren't damage dealers for obvious reasons. So this is amazing. I love this move that the devs are doing here with this Bannerlord nerf. The devs, honestly, guys, the devs are listening. The devs are really, really, really listening to what we're saying and taking notes and improving things. As much slack as we give the devs, we are so spoiled. Like, oh my gosh, I'm literally just sitting down and thinking as I was scrolling and like getting notes ready for the podcast. We're so spoiled when it comes to this game. We get updates and changes every second. This is crazy. Yo, Bull Echo just got clans. Like, we're crying for clans month 2 of the game. Bull Echo's been out for over a year. Like, this is insane how spoiled we are when it comes to this game. But the devs programmed us this way, so they got to deal with it. We need constant stuff. Okay, what are we gonna talk about next? Ivy and Gargoyle. When they come out, of course, we're doing each of them. We're gonna do the Ivy Olympics and the Gargoyle Olympics. But first, I want to talk about these cards. Ivy. Okay, this unit infects your enemies with seeds. Of course, we did the sneak peeks video. The devs gave us the sneaks. Of course, we get sneaks. But at that time, the post was not yet, and you already know, G-Man. I'm quick to make vids, so I punched out the video and put it out, and I didn't know what the cards did. I was just so excited to have the footage. I'm like, yo, let me just get this out. You know, content creators, it's a race, so I just got that out there. But the effects came out like a few hours after. I just pinned it in the comments. Who cares, John? Like, Jesus. Okay, this unit infects your enemies with seeds, targeting the enemy with the highest health. Okay. Now, we saw this gameplay in the sneak peek that I put up, and honestly, when I think about Ivy reminds me of Alchemist mixed with Corsair bombs, which is kind of hard to explain. There's already a card like this in Potato Smash that kind of does something. You know what this card? Okay, this is like Plague Spreader, Plague Doctor, and if you play Potato Smash, you'll know Incinerator, who just blows up on merge. Kind of like a meteor, just really dumbed down. But Ivy is like throwing some Alchemist in there as well. But Ivy is just a whole mixture. And I honestly kind of like Ivy as a support damage dealer to your main damage dealer. I don't think she can stand alone, but we haven't seen her in action. We don't know the stats yet. Okay. So the seeds inflict periodic damage, which increases with each next hit of Ivy on the enemy. When the maximum number of seeds is reached, we don't know that number, Ivy switches to another target. After the death of the infected enemy, it explodes, poisoning nearby monsters, causing damage in proportion to the degree of the effective. So there's AoE as well. Like, come on, guys. This is sick. Okay, it is beneficial for you to have several IVs, duh. So you get multiple explosions, multiple things, tearing down waves, and also tearing down an already weakened Bannerlord. So I think Ivy could maybe, who knows? We gotta see the stats, but I think Ivy could probably stand alone. I think she could stand alone. Gargoyle for sure can't stand alone. We're gonna talk about Gargoyle right now. Okay, now when we watched the clip, at that point we were guessing. I didn't have this info, and we came very close to some of the guessed. What's the word I'm looking for? Some of the predicted effects of the Gargoyle. Some of the predictions. Okay. At odd merge ranks, this unit attacks the opponent in the usual way. So it's just normal. If Gargoyle is even rank, then it stops attacking. Instead, it becomes a support tower. So you become stone, granting AoE attack. The damage of this attack grows with the merge rank of the sleeping Gargoyle. So if you're gonna go your 2s, your 4s, 6. Okay, you're not gonna get 6. So 2s, 4, basically, you're gonna get a support Gargoyle, which will be supporting other Gargoyles, which are going crazy around. We recommend you trying this unit with the Portal Keeper, obviously, to defend the units, try to create the patterns on the battlefield. So he's a positional card, way more support than Ivy. I'm thinking Gargoyle, and well, we don't know. We got to see the stats, because obviously he's his own monster, because he can there could be stone Gargoyles supporting normal Gargoyles. You know what I mean? So we just really got to see the damage. Both cards are going to be epic. That's also exciting for free to play, because this is what I'm saying, guys. When I say that the devs are listening and you think they're not, yo, if you think the devs aren't in all of our discords, in the chat, sometimes some of the comments they're asking, you think I don't know? Sometimes I'm responding to devs with certain questions. I'm like, yo, come on, you smell like a dev. Like, I get so much comments, and I respond to every comment. I'm just crazy like that. I'm like, bro, yo, you sound like a dev. I would never say it, obviously. I just answer the question or whatever they're asking me about the game. But I'm like, yo, you smell like a dev. But the devs are listening, bro. They're in our Discord. They're everywhere. And they're making these changes. So now we were complaining. Everything they're releasing is legendary. Free to play is not getting any support. And here they come with 2 epics. They dropped Cultist before this, which is a complete Gamma Stench bomb. We're going to touch on Cultist a little later on the episode. So make sure you guys come over to the main channel. Guys, changes are coming to Clans in 7.1. Clans is one of the biggest disappointments ever in all of Rush Royale. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. First, I'm going to tell you why before we go through all the changes. Okay, and for YouTube, we'll have the changes up. Of course, if you guys just listen to podcasts alone, you can go on Spotify, iTunes, anywhere. You listen to podcasts and catch the show. I'll drop it always in the descriptions of all of my videos, or you can just type up Gamer Talk Raw, Gamer Talk Show Raw, the podcast, Gamer Talk Show Raw podcast, anywhere you listen to podcasts. Now, Clans came to the game. First, they gave us Friends List, which is Clans. I want you to tell me right now, what's the difference between Friends List, Clans? Remember, we have Discord, we have everything. Of course, you want an in-game communicator. That is the only good thing that has come out of Clans. Clans Wars is a complete letdown. It's a complete letdown. Unless you're in the fact that you have to be in such an active clan to even score third. I remember our first few weeks of playing. Of course, Clans is fresh. Everybody's excited about it. We were coming third. I'm like, cool, get a little ledgy every week. All of a sudden we started hitting fifth place. I'm like, yo, what's going on? But then I'm like, yo, I stopped doing the battles too. I'm like, why am I doing the battles? And then now I'm coming to realize there is a lot of players that have all the cards in the game, or all the cards they want. A lot of players. So it's like, what is the? There's no incentive to even do these daily battles. Of course, majority of players that are playing the game are free to play, but like splintered out through all the various clans, it's like it's crazy. So you'll have a clan with 50. You'll have probably 40, less than half or half that actually want the legendaries. You have a little bit more that don't really care. You'll have some that don't have enough cards. They'll try and lose. Half the people that want the legendaries don't have anything. They're probably free to play and they're like, they don't have all the cards, so they're losing their battles as well. So like the daily battles is just a big mess, and you basically have to be in a whale clan to really not. Honestly, you don't, but you just got to be really lucky to find players that consistently want to be pushing in that, and it's really hard to do so sometimes. So like clans is just a mess. It's a mess. I'll have the rewards on the screen for you guys to see for YouTube, guys. So if you're listening on your podcast just for audio, make sure you check out the visuals. I'm trying to do something cool there for you guys to see. It's a mess. So these are the changes that they're bringing, and I don't know how to feel about it. I'm not gonna lie. I just don't know how to feel about the changes. Okay, the number of common, rare, and epic cards in the clan tournament chest will be reduced, but the amount of gold will be increased. I really wish I was recording a video, guys. Like, are they joking? Are the devs joking when am I reading correctly? The number of common, rare, and epic cards in clan tournament chests will be reduced, but the amount of useless gold that nobody cares about will be increased. Only players who have reached the first league and above will have a chance to get legendary cards in tournament rewards. Do I really have to continue? I'm scared for the future of this game. I'm scared. Players which have reached leagues will receive personal glory points multiplier based on their league. For example, the multiplier for first league will be times 2, for fifth will be times 2.5, and for 10th will be times 3. The daily multiplier will also be active for them. This actually might help reward the players that are active, and the players that are not active obviously get nothing. That's kind of the gist of all of this. Due to the significant increase of number of tournament points received, the requirements for reaching the finish line for the first save has been increased from 65,000 points to 92,000 points. Important! There will be a regular weekly pause between clan tournaments. This change will take effect after the end of the second stage of the clan tournament. The next clan tournament starts on Monday, September 6th. Honestly, I don't see anything exciting, and bros, guys, if we need real clan tournaments. It's that simple. Devs, if for some reason one of you are listening to this, we need real clan tournaments. Nothing else. It's not rocket science. There's nothing else about it. Nothing else to be talked about. We need clan tournaments. We need to have our clan and be able to face clans. That's it. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. Now, I don't want to have the first episode too long because we have so much things to touch. We didn't even touch the questions yet. Maybe we'll do part 2. I think we'll have a part 2. We might have a part 2. We'll have a part 2 to this episode. Or just episode 2. I'll read your guys' questions because I want to talk about the faction blessings, and I'm not sure how long this is going to take. Now, the factions blessings is the only good thing to come in Rush for such a long, since Bannerlord, I think. Bannerlord changed the game so drastically that the metas had to just, it just blew everything. Harley, another drastic change to the meta as well. Her balance change. Factions changing the meta every week. Now, Rush had an issue, the same issue every game has, no matter what. You're just playing. It's the same game. Now, I don't know any other game that does something like this, that force changes the meta every week. And man, the devs deserve a round of applause for doing this. Factions Blessings is one of the best features, and it's probably the only thing keeping this game alive right now. I'm not joking. It's the only thing. Take Faction Blessings out, guys. Take it out and tell me you're still playing Rush Royale right now. Tell me you're still playing Rush Royale right now. No, you're not. I'm definitely not. Factions Blessing saved this game's life. I'd still be creating for Rush Royale, of course, but would I be playing like just for fun? Usually, no. It would just be like a job only. But now it's still like, I play on my free time. I have fun with it, playing with you guys, and I'm still content creating for it. So it's just beautiful. But this has saved this. The game was getting so stale, so repetitive. Man, Faction Blessings, amazing, shifting the meta every single week. I have no complaints about Faction Blessings. Rush for Glory. Oh, mirror match. Oh, guys, what should we talk about first? Yo, okay, I am not. We can talk about Rush for Glory first because I'm so disgusted in Rush for Glory as an entire thing. The rewards are trash. Now, if you make top 4, cool. The rewards are okay, not great. They're okay rewards. Okay. Uh, uh, do I? I'm so scared. I don't even want to open the game to read the disgusting rewards. I'll have them on the screen for the visual, but these rewards are so bad. Oh my gosh. Bro, the only thing you're playing for is the emotes, and you don't get to keep them, which is one of the craziest things that the devs have done in this game. Now, like, it looks like we're complaining a lot and saying all sorts of negative things about this game, but no, we're just spoiled. The game is amazing. The devs couldn't do anything better. The devs couldn't be doing any better in the time that they're doing all these changes. That's the thing. The game is progressing so fast. I think the game is just blowing up and the devs don't know what to do, and they're like, we just got to do something to keep the consumer happy. So I'm not knocking the devs, but man, damn, Rush for Glory is horrible. Give me the Royal Trials. I say it every time. Give that back to us. Give that back to us. Now, Mirror Match, best thing they've ever done. Yo, the amount of rewards you get from Mirror Match. But Mirror Match it was just, even though you're getting all those rewards, you're playing Mirror Match to get Zeus and some of those emotes, and boy, whoo. The way they had Mirror Match set up just to qualify was a disaster. It was a disaster. Out of 10 rounds, each round is like 10, 12 matches, and then they like ratio out your best, and it was a big mess. Big mess. So I wasn't surprised when they canceled it right away to kind of like tweak it. So it's interesting to see what they're gonna do for 7.1 when it comes back in a few days. So now this is what they say, guys. Go follow their socials, keep up to date with it, follow their Discords. They have the news page there as well if you just want to go on Discord and stay up to date, because if you're invested in the game, you need to know everything that's going on and make your voice be heard, and comment. The devs are listening. Trust me, comment on your favorite content creators as well. The devs are combing through those comments too. Okay, they're watching the videos. They're doing all of it. They're listening to all of us, because if the game doesn't succeed, nobody wins. So it's not like they want to have. It's not like the devs are like, oh my gosh, devs aren't listening to us. No, the devs want to have a successful game. Like, the devs don't want to have a game that's not successful. Nobody makes money. You know what I mean? So mirror match changes. We are already actively working on patch 7.1 and will gradually introduce you all the innovations of this version. Today we'll talk about Mirror Match. Before we relaunch in this event, we plan to make the following changes. The reward in the event, as well as cost of buying a round, will be different for arena players, for players who have reached the leagues. This I love. This I love. Anything I see that is beneficial for free-to-play players, I love it, because I was once a free-to-play player. I wasn't always this disgusting gemmer that you see here before you. So that's going to be beautiful. The number of event points which determine the place in the rank will be calculated according to the sum of victories for each round. What's changed there? That's the same. It's always been that. Maybe it's been a little different. Somebody let me know, man. Event rewards will include items and fragments needed to craft them. That's a little good too. I'm not liking this. I gotta see it, but of course, um, the way they calculate who makes it to Legends is horrible. So maybe let's see how this change in action, but I don't think this is the way to go. I think it just needs to be a point system of just non-stop matches. Make the event last a certain amount of days and just grind victories, so then it just like calculates your victories, so that way nobody really has is at an advantage and a disadvantage. If you want to pump time into trying to get victories, you pump time into trying to get victories. If not, nothing happens. But don't just get all those victories and then pray for a ratio. Like, what is the machine basing all this on? Like, what's their decimal place? You know, like, there's just so much things that we just want AI to just do. Like, come on, bro. What a G-Man. What are you even talking about right now? When it's choosing your best, like the way it calculated my victories, oh my gosh, I might have to go back in that video and see if I do a video for it. Oh, I hope I did. The way they calculate it is just wrong. That's what they need to do. A point system, keep the point system, but just infinite matches. So they just need to have a tab. You click battle. You just keep battling. You still have the days, how long it lasts, 3 days, 4 days, whatever, and you just battle. And if you want to grind, you grind. If not, you don't. And then you get rewards based on points that way, man. Like this crazy thing they're doing. Come on, man. According to the sum of victories for each round, like, come on, get out of here, bro. Which is kind of the same thing. But nah, at the same time, it's nah. Nah, nah, nah. Guys, I think we're going to leave it there. We're going to touch on the questions you guys asked in the next episode for sure. We have so much to cover, guys. So make sure you're subscribed. I will see. We want to do one of these every single week, one episode every week. Probably drop it on a Friday, Saturday, or a Sunday. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments what works best. I'll see you guys on the next one. Follow on if you're listening on your favorite podcast app, Apple, Google, wherever. On YouTube, Gunman69, Emerging Gamer, that's the main channel, and channel for the podcast, Gamer Talk Show Raw. We didn't even get too raw yet, even though I got the bleezy in my hand right now, getting brazy. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. I will catch you on the next one.